I'm joined by Tracey now at Hanson Plywood Limited, who is on brand. I love that you've come dressed in your brand. It's the way to do it.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. So a nice, easy question then to get us going. Can you tell us a little bit about Hanson Plywood Limited and what you do?
Yep, okay. Obviously, we do what we say on the tin. We're Hanson Plywood, so we're plywood specialists. We also do any wood-based panel products, so not just plywood. We're importers and distributors. We deal with every industry from your little sort of cottage industry of the crafty stuff for the laser cutters and where you get your Christmas decorations up to the massive construction. The sites or cold storage wagons have plywood. Probably everything that you look at will have plywood somewhere and you won't even realise it's there. From aeroplanes to cars to camper vans to trucks. Housing, obviously. So it's used in places that you wouldn't even think it would be used in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think if someone said to me, does an aeroplane have plywood in, I'd put money on the fact that it didn't. That's amazing.
It will have it somewhere, even if it's just the dolly trolleys or the storage things where they keep the food hot or cold, the water. Yeah, it will have plywood somewhere in it. You'd be surprised at where plywood is.
Oh, that's so exciting, and the fact as well that you do cover every industry by the sounds of things.
Well, we try to do, yes. We consider ourselves plywood specialists. We're very technical. We have Jackie Hughes that does CPDs, REBA approved, and we're about having the right plywood for the job. It's not necessarily the most expensive plywood. It might be that we say, well, you don't need plywood, you could use OSB, or it could be, don't use the OSB, you need plywood. It's all about what's fit for purpose, and buy it right once, not twice. So we're a family firm, so it's from the MD, knows everybody that works there. He'll go down and speak to the cleaners. It's a very family-friendly company.
And that's so nice as well, because it really builds up that reputation and the trust, because you know you're going to get quality and what's right for you, not just, like you said, whatever the most expensive thing is. That must be really nice, and your customers must really like that.
Well, I hope so. We've got a lot of good, loyal customers, and they appreciate we've signed up to do the net zero, so we're on the net zero stand today. We've got our own stand as well. We've looking at all our carbon emissions from the tree to the car, basically. So everything that's imported, we're measuring what CO2 is coming through. I've got an electric car, so we're going more onto hybrid or electric vehicles. The wagons are being looked at to see what they're doing for deliveries. We're looking at how we can change things in the offices. So we're just doing things as much as we can from an environmental point of view that's right for the future.
Yeah, and that's amazing as well, because I think, when you mention, well, first off, your industry, people might go, oh, well, you're using wood. But actually, there's so much more to it, because wood, if used in the correct way, is very sustainable, because it's that regrowth, and also it's then addressing everything else that goes into it too, which is really exciting. I love the fact you're here on the net zero sort of the area here at UK Construction Week. Is there sort of, I guess from your customers when they're coming in, is that something that you're finding more and more people are really keen to talk about?
It depends on the industry. Sadly, a lot of the time it's cost, and sustainability, to do everything right and legal above board, does cost more money sometimes, and some people, they've not got it in their job or they just don't care. So it's a sad fact, but we do try our best to educate where we can. We have a full-time heat team, which is Hanson Environmental Action Team, and all they do is look everything what the business does to the mills where the wood comes from before it's made into plywood. We go right back to the loggers to make sure everything's sustainable and above board, even to the point that all staff get chili bottles, so they're not buying bottled water in plastic, and we've got water coolers. So he's trying to make sure every little thing we do is a sustainable route. So
that's amazing. That's so lovely to hear. And like you said, yes, while it might not be industry standard at the moment, it's companies like yours that are going to make the difference moving forward.
That's all we can do is try.
Amazing. So I know you're really busy, so I won't keep you much longer, but we are here at UK Construction Week. How's it all going? Day 2?
Day 2's been very busy. It's been very good so far. So yeah, hopefully day 3 will be the same. Yesterday was a little bit quiet, but it's bank holiday week, so we expected that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Brilliant. And why is it important that you're here?
I think it's showing the country that plywood can be sustainable, and please use the right plywood for the job, not just some cheap rubbish that you might get and buy cheap, buy twice. So it might not necessarily be the case. And there's certain jobs that people might over-specify, and we will be honest and say you don't need to spend that sort of money, you can have something else. So we do try and be honest with people as well. So it's getting that point across, which is why we've got Jackie doing CPD speeches as well, just to get, you know, back up the point that we're trying to make. So we've got a full team here, so we're hoping it'll be a good week tomorrow, ending tomorrow as well.
That's amazing. No, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. Come down and have a chat with because the whole team is here. We've got
2 stands. They've got Net Zero stand, and then we're on B453 as well, which is next door to Kingspan.
Brilliant. And come and learn about more of the wonderful, wonderful initiatives that we've got going on here at Hanson Plywood Limited, here at UK Construction Week, sponsored by BSI.